It's so good to be back with you guys again. Did miss you through the week. Been very, very busy, of course. Made another move and kind of like Malarapa. That's all I can tell you. Just read the Malarapa story and you'll know my life here. Vertical sleep. I love that one. Vertical sleep. Sorry I missed your eye pictures. I was just kind of digging through here and found these pictures. There's my most recent iris pictures. This is after detoxifying hard with herbs, fruits, glandulars, and fasting for 6 months. I was in terrible shape, but all the symptoms and pain have disappeared. The other surprises have been profound, as you well know of. I cannot talk you enough. Oh, thanks, man. I'm going all the way until my eyes are perfect. Oh, I love your thinking. And every cell is regenerated. I love your thinking. I take monthly photos, and so far I have only noticed the color getting slightly lighter. Well, that's moving lymph. Especially the right eye, which sometimes looks green. Ooh, well, you know, if you're starting to see green and bluish, then that's a blue eye, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's why we see a lot of these brown eyes, and as we show your pictures, you'll see some that look brown but are really blue. And so, yeah, you know, so a rude awakening sometimes. Some people just flatly just can't believe it. I would really love an iridology reading. Okay, so I tell you what, I'll get him in here and I'll show them your eyes too. But I'll give you an idea. They look like you got a lot of light in there, but it looks like a lot of orange to me. Now that orange could be brown. When you have too much light, a brown can look orange. So if it's orange, remember that's sulfur. If it's brown, that's chronic lymph. If indeed you're starting to see green eyes. But you can see lymph because it's thicker. It looks thicker than other parts of the tissues of the eyes. Where you see your fibers the most, where under nerve rings, where you see your fibers the most. This is the right eye. So where you see your fibers the most down in there, if that's starting to look green, then you have blue eyes. You have all these nerve rings here, which is the nervous system, so that's brain and nerve. But that goes to these adrenals. Now that kidney and adrenal's not real bad on the right side. Can you see it very well? But a lot of lymph. All that's thick lymph. All these darker things are all around your bowels. See all these dark areas here? This is bowels. Now this is outside of the bowel, going up into the left ear. See if I can get that close up. Left ear, going up the left ear. This is shoulder, going up into the right shoulder. Now you're getting into the bronchial trunks. Over here is the lungs. See these nerve rings? Now this is throat. Here's parathyroid right here. See that? Here's 3 o'clock. And this is just 2:30 right there, and that's parathyroid. Throat. But good genes, good genes. That's why you're seeing a lot of improvements. This is lymph, thick. See how thick, not so thick. That area is cleaning better. Now don't ask me over another. We have somebody's got a suggestion, emotionals, pituitary. Now let's slip, but not bad. Got to get that out of there. Let's go over to the left eye. See how thick this is compared to down here? This is where you're going to see your blue first. It's down in these lighter areas. This is where your lymph. See how thick this is up in the brain area, sinus area up here? But this is all bowels. See how that's going down here? That's prolapsing, a little ballooned out right here. A little prolapsing of this is your splenic flexure. Your prolapse down. See how that's going down toward the pupil? Prolapsed. Right here, kidneys. Lower back. Here's your male organ and your bladder all in here. There we go. I just got a lot of lymph going on there, my friend. Out in the lymph nodes and everywhere else. You got good genes, got a lot of lymph. Clean up the bowels as usual, but just the good genes. You guys with the good genes, you're going to you're going to see those cases clearing up 10 times faster. That's all I got to say. You guys with the good genes have such an up. Even though some of your positions are a little behind with all the lymph and stuff, the genes make the difference in the world. That's what I've seen through the years. All right. Let's go on, and I hope that takes care of you, Vertical. I love your name, Vertical Sleep. That's about the story of my life, is vertical sleep. Dr. Morris or anyone else, very important. My sister is very sick. She smokes, not too much. She binge drinks, eats an unconscious diet. My question is, should I get her to do green juices, or if she is not going to alter the other areas of her life, is this going to be pointless? I know from personal experience just how powerful and healing the green juices are, but I don't know how powerful. Can they turn around a toxic person like this? Oh yeah, but berries, fruits, and melons will turn her around much faster and deeper, because greens will have a plateau on her. You'll see it in all of you guys. You'll get plateau on the greens. I'm struggling with salads nowadays. My body is a frugivorous body. I just struggle with the salads and the greens. But I do them. It's frequency and vibration. So, yeah, Organic Superman. Yeah, my friend, listen, is this your sister? My sister. Get your sister on these YouTubes and have her get her act together, because, some people are just not, they don't love themselves enough. They're looking too externally. There's a lot of reasons, I suppose, why people don't take care of themselves or want to. But it's your sister, and I've got a chance to know you a little bit, Organic Superman, so I put my arms around my sister and say, love you, honey. Let me show you what I found. This is what you need to do to get well. And you can still play on the side. You don't have to give up for those people that think they have to give up everything, you don't have to give up everything. Everybody has a different agenda, different reasons they tear into it. Those that tear it apart are going to be your best healers. No question about it. But not everyone wants to be a healer, okay. But those are those that you do, you've got my backing 10,000%, and I'll walk right with you, because you know what we need to do to this world. And we're going to start with giving the Supreme Court justices a good colonic. Then we're going to put them in jail for a while, except for the four, the ones that know about the Constitution. The rest of them are going to send them back to school to learn the Constitution. In the meantime, all the governmental people, you're fired. Out. Get out. Obama, pack, run, go. It's time. You just can't keep going down this road. And then the sad thing is, this is all about allopathy. This is all criminal. This is all allopathy. And no such thing as a tax. Matter of fact, the Supreme Court went behind their past decisions talking about direct and indirect taxes. You guys will learn a lot if you live in the States, if you're looking at the Supreme Court and what they said about the healthcare program being a tax. Now you're into what I've been involved in the IRS, and learning about taxation in America. What's legal, what's not legal, what they've been getting away with. And the Supreme Court made itself look like a bunch of little kids that are political instead of good, strong, smart, constitutional people. So these guys need to be kicked out of there, and let's clean this America slate up. My little comment for the side. Yeah. Oh, that's Huckabee. Give that little comment there, and then off to the show. All right, Serge, greetings to you, my friend. One of my good friends' 6-year-old daughter recently started experiencing seizures. Jesus Christ. I've said this about the kids, and I just feel so sorry for these kids. Well, the problem is 6 years old, you're in the hands of allopathy. And allopathy, of course, is the problem on the planet. So we're expected to force to pay a healthcare system ran by allopathies who can't cure nothing. So, 6 years old, first of all, she's going to have big-time kidney and adrenals. Go after those adrenal glands and get her kidneys filtering. That'll start mineral utilization. At the same time, give her a little parathyroid, a glandular, just a little bit. And perk up with the CalMag, get it, the Calma Plus. It'll perk up her parathyroid, get calcium utilization in this little young girl. I've got an antispasmodic. It's an herbal antispasmodic, and what it does is for seizures, spasms, pain, all these spastic type conditions. I would use that on a regular basis with her because it does strengthen the autonomic nervous system as well. At the same time, I would definitely do upper circuit brain and nerve. In case she's got brain lesions, anything going on in that way, it'll actually strengthen the nervous system and the myelin sheaths. It'll actually move blood better in the brain, and I would work with that. At the same time, detox her lymphatic system because it's the acid side of chemistry that's moving in and sucking out her electrolytes. And then she's going to seize with that. And so, boy, I would just head on down this way. So far, she's experienced 2 seizures in the span of 4 months. The seizures last about 15 to 20 minutes. Get on that neuromuscular spasm. I would call in today if we can get this up. She has taken to the emergency room each time. You should have called in Jennifer on this one. This is a case where it shouldn't be ran through YouTube. It's good to talk about it for all the healers on YouTube, but at the same time, this is a stat situation, in my opinion. Emergency room each time she received a series of medical tests, blood tests, CT scans. Well, now they're going to give her brain cancer with all the CT scans. And so far, the doctors have not been able to find anything wrong with her. Whenever she experiences seizures, she has high fevers of approximately 103. Well, 103 is not a high fever for a child. I can just tell you, at her age, she can go up to 104, 105. But it does show you that she's probably having calcium utilization problems. It could be manganese or magnesium as well. A hair analysis might help with this young girl in showing the toxic levels. And remember, she's probably had some vaccines at this age, so she's got some neurotoxicity involved here. Detox, detox, strengthen, strengthen. So go after what I just said. Use the antispasmodic to control the seizures. They probably have her on Dilantin or something anyway, but I would definitely go the herbal way because then you're going to strengthen the myelin sheaths. At the same time, get into her adrenal glands, see what her blood pressure is. She could have extremely low blood pressure. So really want to go after this case. This is a time where you need one of our helps. Jennifer in particular with this one will help you. I suspect that the reason she experienced seizures is that most likely due to neurotoxins. Possible. Real possible. And especially on top of an already weakened nervous system. At 6 years old, you guys are getting a good drift of what we're facing in society. And the medical doctors have no clue. But we're going to be forced to pay for them. Okay? I don't get that. From various sources, most probably, you're right on, man. I love you guys. You guys are getting your... You can't lie to humans anymore. It's going to be hard for this world to dish out what they've been dishing. I also suspect that since she's experiencing fevers, this might be detox response by her body in an attempt to clear up. Yes. Now, keep her cool down with a cold washcloth, nape of the neck, forehead, cool bath or something like that. You can keep it down to 101 if you want. Children this age love 104, 105. But if she's seizing with this, she's extremely dehydrated, meaning she's highly acidic, meaning that her lymph system and her adrenal glands ain't getting it. And that means her myelin sheath is weak. And then with what you said, with the neurotoxicity of vaccines, absolutely, you guys got it down. Love it. Now, we also have good tools. God gave us a ton of tools. So, good deal. Attempt to clear up some toxins. You got to detoxify your little girl and keep her cooled down because just what you said, in a detox situation, the body's naturally going to take up the fevers because what's your largest eliminative organ you have? Your skin. Your skin. So obviously, this little girl's body's trying to clean itself. But because she's so dehydrated, it's flipping her into seizures. Or she has a weak parathyroid. Again, you go after all these things. Since I don't see her eyes or anything, we go after all these things anyway. That can't hurt. And you go after all these areas anyway. Make sure she's utilizing calcium. Make sure her adrenals are producing the neurotransmitters. Get up in the brain and nerve. Enhance the CNS. You're really going after all these areas. And then you're going to bring her out. She's going to be a healthy little girl. You're going to correct her genetic weaknesses, and on you go. Remember, she's your little girl. So whose genes does she carry? Yours, your wife's, or your husband's, and your family's. But just a little deeper. Just enough to be a little deeper to throw her into seizures. Since this is a significant problem, I am still a relatively new practitioner of this detoxification regeneration protocol. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could provide us some feedback. You betcha, Serge. And call Jenna if you need any more help with this, your daughter here. Your good friend's daughter. And get him to watch this video. And don't walk with fear with this young child. Go in and clean and rebuild this child. You're right, spot on, Serge. That's what I like about you guys. This is Rhino. Rhino. Yeah, I like that. Hi, about how long? That's Rhino right there. Hi. About how long would it take for someone with Alzheimer's to heal? Yeah, you're probably going to give them at least a year, if not 2 years. I'll be honest with you. Depends on the person, how you can get to them. If they eat, can you control totally their diets? Can you give them herbs? Are they in nursing homes? Or how far advanced are they? All these are factors. If they're in nursing homes, can you get to them? Can you get the meals to them? Can you get the herbs to them? All these are factors. But give yourself at least a year, because you're talking about chronic, if not degenerative, CNS problems, and also I might add ANS problems. I'm thinking of doing a consultation for a loved one with thanks. Also, where can I independently get Dr. Morse's credentials? Look them up. We have them on the website. She'll send you a whole packet of them. This is Sunshine 1974ism. I was going to comment earlier on this. I love your big batch of fruit, berries, and fruit. Hello. From the first, I want to thank you too. I'm sad that in Europe, Italy doesn't exist, Dr. Morse. Well, I wish I was over there to help you. I was in Portugal, like I said, Dr. Ciampi in Italy, but he's a medical doctor, very holistic thinking, but very spiritual fella. Very well-respected medical doctor there. I can't remember his first name. Ciampi. Probably might be a classic name over there. I don't know. Thanks for the video. You answered on my question about osteoporosis and arthritis for your mom. You're welcome, sweetheart. My mom get better slowly, but sure. Oh yeah, I think I went over this. I did go over this. She's 36-year-old. She's the vitiligo, which is the pituitary.
I'm going to take time to look at these glandulars I got in.
Okay. We got the New Zealand glandulars. What do they look? Do they look good? We got the pure New Zealand glandulars in now, and so we are really excited about that. I did a lot of research and talked to the things, and boy, they are definitely the best. I like New Zealand. It's just too bad they have some laws now. Anyway, vitiligo, you're going back to your pituitary with vitiligo. So again, you're going to detoxify the body. Yeah, again, you're looking at arthritis. I don't know if it's the same person, arthritis, osteoporosis, but again, vitiligo. Go to the acid condition of the body and the pituitary and control of skin pigmentation. Sunshine 1974 ism for the, I think the same one. Hey, Inga and family. Vitiligo. I've got it on there about at least 3 different videos, sweetheart, that I've talked about vitiligo with the pituitary gland. So, again, remember we showed you the eye pictures and how we related the transverse bowel to the pituitary. So when you say pituitary, also think simultaneously transverse colon. Whenever you think head, think GI tract. Top of the tree, the trunk of the tree. So just think that and just clean those areas up. Most importantly, though, realizing adrenals and kidneys is how everything moves out. So, except for the bowel, there's some moving out there, and of course the skin, and da-da-da-da-da. So always work on those areas, but this is a pituitary. Take a pituitary glandular, I wouldn't overdo it. 1-3 times a day would be probably plenty for now. Clean up the bowels, clean up the kidneys, get on a raw food diet, and you'll see that start to change. Got a lot of vitiligo cases here. I think some of you have made comment of how it's changing on you. This is Frinkins, FRNKNSNS. Hi, man. Dr. Morris, please do a video about homemade sauerkraut and fermented veggies. Thank you, sweetheart, for asking me that, but no way. I hate sauerkraut. Yuck. You know, I find it interesting that we have a fetish with everything but what's good for us. We have a fetish for fermentation. Fermentation, guys, is where the fungus come in. Fermentation is where the food is dying. The chemistry is augmenting. The bacteria and the fungi are enjoying their time now. It's their food now. We've already supposed to have been eating it, so it's their turn to take care of it. I don't know what man's fetish with fermented foods are. We have it with alcohol and everything else, and my body cannot deal with fermentation, or putrefaction for that matter. So these are two areas. Dr. Jensen loved his food highly fermented, but he was always passing gas. Always passing gas. I've got his, I don't know if I've showed you. If I haven't showed you, I'll show you. I have his endoscopy and colonoscopy before and after. We did a raw food and herbal program on him. And I've mentioned this before, but I have found them. You won't believe the differences between the two. And that's the man that wrote the book on colon health. Okay, hello. Where will the upcoming class in September be taking place? Veronica. Hey, sweetheart. I was just going to ask her if we nailed that down. There was a beautiful place by the airport, single story. It's right in a boat dock, canal, big pool, big party bar. I used to have it there all the time, and I'm going to go back there. Ramada bought it back. Went into condos and they bought it back, and it's just, the atmosphere is just really nice. Close to a lot of good places, and the atmosphere is just really water, boats, pool. So I thought I would make it really, and the meeting rooms are much nicer in terms of size, and we can lay ourselves out better. So that's in Sarasota at the Ramada. It's actually Bradenton, actually, Ramada Inn, but it's Bradenton, Sarasota Airport. It's right there. Right there. That way there's more things instead of the university there. Hi, Dr. Morris. How are you? I'm great, my dear man. Who is this? This is Jennifer. All right, Jennifer. I think you are an... Oh, thanks. Thank you very much, sweetheart. I could use that. My name is Jennifer, and I live in Toronto, Canada. My age is 43. When I saw young, I had problems of dyslexia and still do, which was and still is very stressful for me. When growing up, I always had constipation all the time and had very bad back pain. So look at this already from your statement. You know that you have an autonomic nerve weakness. You know immediately, since you had more constipation. Of course, you could be eating constipating foods, no question. You know, the dairy products for some are the most constipating. For me, they're the most constipating foods on the planet. Anything that's a dairy product will lock your bowels good. White flour, ultra constipating. How about meat? Most people don't realize meat's constipating, very constipating. You know, these are constipating foods. At the same time, it's a neurological experience. Peristalsis is a neurological experience. Well, which one might you think? The autonomic, of course. We're back to the adrenal glands and working on the adrenal glands. At the same time here, though, honey, you want to use upper circumbrain nerve. Get up in that head and turn on that autonomic nervous system. Clean up your gal, because remember how we talked to just that's a transverse colon related to head. Clean up that gut really good. Get the adrenals, get the kidneys, get up here with the upper circumbrain nerve. Start really cleaning and enhancing the function of your nervous system, and you'll pull out of that. The very back pain, again, could be both the kidneys and or any other part of your body up here. Because remember, your spine is connected neurologically and lymphatically and vascularly to the spine. Her menstrual started at 12. Then at age 31, I had my tonsils out. Imagine having your tonsils removed at 31 years old. Holy crap. At age 32, I had ovarian failure. Oh, wow. Then after that, thyroid problems. And then after that, oh my God, honey. And I'm gaining a bit of fat in the midsection. That's your adrenals. And I am breaking out on my face right now. All right, so what are we talking about? Why are you breaking out here? Isn't that all lymph? See how that's tied? See how the lymph system always comes up? No matter whether you're talking about dyslexia or whether you're talking about RA, rheumatoid arthritis, or whether you're talking about seizures. Isn't it funny how that always comes up? Causative factors. And this is where you want to go. Health is so much simpler than the medical profession's made it out to be. Man has gotten so freaked out over health, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Man, God didn't mean you to have to write books about health to figure it out. We're the only species that feels like we have to do something like that. So right there is the first sign that you are having lymphatic problems. And then all these other things just tie into that. Then after that, da-da-da-da-da. And again, your pituitary could be shutting down your endocrine glands. Well, it wouldn't be a stretch to think you could have some pituitary problems, even though you started at 12, could be. And if your menses has been irregular through that period of your life, that would definitely be a sign of pituitary. I have had a very hard time understanding why my health has been this way. Don't be figured out. Now it's easy for you to understand, right? Don't make it hard. This is the lymph system. Your face breaking out, that's all lymph. Where does the skin belong to? The lymph system, right? Third kidney. Remember, there's a nervous system in there. You just enhance it, right? That's fruits, berries, and melons. Of course, that also cleans the lymphatic system. Get your upper circumbrain and nerve. This will clean up your gut. It'll clean this up. It'll enhance your ability to comprehend, to focus, to articulate, all these things. No question about it. Get those adrenals up. And by listening to you, I understand more what the body needs to get better. My doc put me on the pill, thyroid, and can you please help me? I'll be glad to help you, Jennifer. Sweetheart, be happy to help all of you guys. And go to the Facebook. Those guys are an eager bunch of people wanting to help. Healers, healers, healers. All you YouTubers, be the healers. Help these poor people out here. You guys are tearing it up, as I hear. Ah, you guys are good. I tell you what, you're the best of the best of the best. You're the best of the best of the best. That reminds me, I do want to catch their, the third or fourth one, what? I bet you can't tell me which movie that came back in. Yeah, I never forget anything. That's that photo. That's Men in Black. Hi there, Rex and I just got a... Oh, good, good, good. How you doing, Janet and Rex? One odd thing, I received a brain and nerve formula that is different from what... You guys received two different brain and nerve formulas. One is number 1 and one's number 2. Why don't you just switch with your hubby, dear? Switch with your hubby if she hadn't already told you that, Janet, and then you do that. I'm going to tell her about that anyway, because how come so many people are allergic to astragalus? I got you about the second or third person allergic to astragalus. But anyway, change with your hubby. Maybe they got it wrong. Maybe I made that one for you and the other one for your hubby, and they just got it that way. Matter of fact, with you move your lymph, muscle test yourself on astragalus as you get going down the road here. There should be a point where you wouldn't be allergic to it anymore. Matter of fact, there's a point where all your allergies should disappear here on all of you guys. Dr. Morris, I am 5'1" and my normal weight is 96 to 98 pounds. Right now I weigh 82 pounds and I can barely walk. I'm suffering neuropathy through my whole body, and I know I need to seriously move lymph and detox to save my life. But would it be safe for me to lemon juice or water fast for a few days if that might drop my weight below 80? I feel like I would die. Well, we have a 65-pound little female here, so I don't think you're going to die with that. Please, Doc, I need your help. I trust your word and I will do anything. I just have so little strength. Shine, love, light, shine. Oh, I know you. Well, sweetheart, I'd get the God's Blend and start pumping the God's Blend. You might want to pump some green drinks for a little while if you feel that tired, but really go into your adrenal glands and your kidneys. Get those adrenal glands up. You're going to have low blood pressure here, dear, and if you have high, and you've got kidney problems big time. But you're going to run real low blood pressure and can run low blood sugar with a body like this. Also, the suggestion here is malabsorption, no question. Well, with weak adrenal glands and weak kidneys, you would have malabsorption, wouldn't you? The chances are going to be very high. Why? Well, because they control the lymph system, and the lymph system is a systemic problem. Notice when someone has a tumor or something, it is a systemic problem. And there is one here we're going to talk to you about, some guy talking to me about that sort of thing, why we see lymphatic problems more in some areas over another. His take was more emotional and stuff. We're going to read that to you. But I also have another take and deals with strengths and weaknesses of tissue. And you see that in the eyes, and Jensen mentioned that a lot, about the weaker areas of the body have a far more difficult time dealing with blood and lymph flow, both. So that's obvious. Now going back to you, sweetheart, its suggestion you're 5'1" already is pituitary. So I'm right in your colon and I'm right at your pituitary already, just to you telling me your height. Also with your weight and the like, going down, real strong probability of malabsorption. When I see this in eyes, and I've seen how many tens of thousands of eyes, this is just a connecting link. I always seem to see malabsorption, transverse colon obviously, pituitary, blah, 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 blah. So that you really want to get in there and move lymph. You can keep that energy up, pop in the superfood blend. I'll probably do a rounded teaspoon, maybe 3-4 times a day, just for breaking up the energy periods. At the same time, get on the herbs, get on your adrenal glandulars, maybe a little pituitary 1-in-1 twice a day, just to pop that up just a little bit. Clean that gut up, clean the kidneys, get the lymph moving. You know, go that classic lymphatic 1 capsule, stomach and bowel, get that cleaned up. Go to kidney number 1 capsules, maybe kidney number 2 liquid. Do a lymphatic 4, then a lymph node 2. Follow a good protocol down that road, and you'll be doing pretty good there, dear one. We'll help you. We're here. We're going to help you all. And if I can't get to you on this YouTube, you call in here. We've hired a few people to help us here, so we're more than happy to help you. That's why we're here. If we don't help each other, what's going on here? You know, this world is way out there. And just that decision from the Supreme Court shows you where America is going. I'll be amazed if we don't have a very violent revolution in this country, because most of us are well armed. And I can't imagine this government waking up anytime soon. So I don't know what's going to happen. They keep taking freedom away from Americans. It's not going to be rock throwers. I'm not going to throw rocks. Unbelievable. Just totally unnerving sometimes. But again, not our world. This is the way creation is, and you have to be detached from it and know that God is going to work through everyone that's opening up to them and bringing that force of spirit through and helping the world. At the same time, everybody's got all these different levels of karma and states of consciousness, and some planets have to deal with it, as this one does. So you need all you guys to be the lights of the world and shine that light forth. And then we'll make a big difference. This is in Dan 3. Dr. Morse, is estradiol safe for a woman 57 years old, postmenopausal, with a history of cone biopsy done in 1990 to remove suspected precancer cells on the cervix, HPV viral type thing? The gyno recommended the cream for dryness and pain experienced during intercourse. I also have a cyst on my left ovary, which is growing slowly. I'm frankly afraid to use the estrogen cream. I'd love your opinion on this, Dr. Morse. Thank you, my dear. Absolutely. NDAN3. Absolutely. ND. I tell you this, I would not use the cream. I would get into my adrenal glands, because this is the estrogen you have to deal with here. Get in my adrenal glands and get my adrenal glands up and producing more estrogen. By taking it, it's only going to serve to suppress it, clean up your liver. You know, you've got estradiol, estratrace. Let's clean all that up, clean your adrenals up. 57, postmenopausal, huh? 57? Huh, interesting. You know, I was thinking pituitary, you shut down a little early there. So I don't know. You have to think that out loud there. Take a look at your history and see if you might have a little pituitary weakness. If you had some irregular menses through the years, that might be some indication there. I wouldn't use the cream. But if you're having vaginal dryness, that's definitely low estrogen. But it is the adrenal estrogen, and so that's the adrenals you want to work on. I'd really work on my adrenal glands. I'll tell you what I'd take instead of the estratrace. I'd take black cohosh. That'll be very beneficial to you. We recommended this before with great success with that. Is an estrogenic formula, and in this case, I think I can be quite safe in recommending that to you. So I would get some black cohosh and take it like a half a drop or full 3 times a day or something like that, and pick up that. Again, go after your adrenals, go to the kidneys, detox. You got an ovarian cyst. Again, you're having kidney and adrenal problems. And then classic, and it's just moved itself into the female side, which is just classic. And so, or the male side. So just get your adrenals up, get your kidneys, get your lymph moving. But that you'll produce more of your steroids, neurotransmitters. Another question. I also have low pulse. Well, again, I'm thinking pituitary because that's thyroid, and I'm thinking, with the early menopausal issue and also with estrogen, I could really be looking at some pituitary, so I wouldn't hurt with that. I would definitely also take a thyroid cytotrophin just for a month, or 1 bottle, pop up my thyroid, get my pituitary up, which will then also increase my thyroid and my adrenals, and start getting my endocrine glands back online there, dear. Remember, when your pulse is low, remember, 3 fingers on the pulse line right across here, feel your pulse. Feel the pulse with the little one. Run your other 3 above it. Once you do, hold it till that pulse starts beating more and faster, and let go and do the other side. Remember, you got 2 adrenal glands. This is about adrenals as well as thyroids with the pulsing. Attentanol, absolutely. Well, there you go. I wouldn't be taking a Attentanol if my pulse got too low. Then they'll pacemaker you, and then they'll automatically defibrillator, and then and oh my God. It's a nightmare. That's right. Atenolol does that. I'm now on, they changed it, didn't they? Clorgon and also they have you on a diuretic as well. Well, you see you're losing your kidneys and your adrenals, sweetheart. That's what all this is telling me. So you've got to get into those tissues, get your kidneys and adrenals, and drop all this crap. You don't need to take anything you don't need pharmaceutical, do you? And if you're feeling with some high blood pressure, well, that's kidneys. Well, see where I'm going here with you, honey? My pulse came up to the mid-50s, range up from 40s, but now my doctor is sending me to cardiologist. This is going to be a never-ending story because of your meds. And you really need to make a decision where you want to go here. If you want to go traipsing after ignorant medical doctors who are just going to keep trapping you deeper in the world of hell, or you're going to roll up your sleeves and really go into your adrenals, your kidneys, get your lymph moving, things like this. The cause of the problems. Yeah, I would, sweetheart, because honey, you're not gonna be happy following this road of pacemaker. It's just what you said here. But now I know a pacemaker is recommended in most cases below 60. Absolutely. But don't fix the problem. Go after your thyroid. Even if you burn your thyroid too hot, at least your pulse will be up. No, you'll be okay. Get your adrenals up. Sounds like your adrenals are really down, sweetheart. So definitely work on your adrenal glands. Dr. Morris, first I want to thank you for taking the time to read my email. You betcha. I do appreciate your channel and the information that you share. I have gradually come to change my way of thinking and eating as I have gained better knowledge and understanding on how food affects the body. A year ago, I would have scoffed at such a notion. I bet. Well, that's life. At one level, you scoff something. At another level, you embrace it. Yeah, I know. It's just life and the way it is, and it's just the levels of consciousness on this planet is so varied and different that sometimes it's, the way it is, though. A year ago, notion, but now I am convinced after watching my grown daughter go from a sickly human. See, your daughter stood up and showed you the facts. Isn't that neat? I love that. Good daughter here. Sick human being to one that is getting better, healthier, and more vibrant with each passing day just by changing her diet back to fruits and veggies. Good daughter, my man. Give your daughter a hug for me. Now, with that being said, here's my question. Since April, I have been taking Colonex colon cleansing formula by I Know Him Well. Natura once a day. Last week, over a 3 to 4 day period, I have noticed what appears to be grape seeds in my stools. I only eat seedless grapes. Well, I've heard this one before many times. Take a look at it. Could be little parasites. There's all types of those little babies out there. Could be some little black embedded if they're black and they're a little small, embedded, almost like coal tar products. You know, that's from the proteins and the fermentation. Then the white flour products embedded in the wall could be little bitty, stones out of the gallbladder, but they would be emerald as a rule, wouldn't be black, although some people have got black stones out of the liver gallbladder and some red. But you'll just have to see. You're detoxifying, so who knows where they're coming from. Get some and take a look at them. See if they're actual seeds or parasites. And these things float, probably parasites. I finished about 20 of them. I fished 20 of them out and laid them on a paper towel to examine them closer. Sorry, it's not disgusting to me. I easily cracked about 4 of them open, and they are almost like empty shells and pink tainted liquid. Boy, I don't know. It'd be nice to take those to a lab and have a lab look at them and see exactly what a lab would find in them. I tell you, who knows? Wow. The next morning, they were all shriveled up, even the ones that I didn't crack open. I was thinking that maybe they could some kind of parasite eggs. You're probably right with that. I'll go for the parasite side. Keep cleaning. I'd keep detoxifying my body. I'd go on an herbal program and get this cleaned out, although the Colonex is a good kit. Clean that out as well. What are your thoughts on this? The same as yours. But keep detoxifying, cleaning up your bowels. But get into your kidneys and your adrenals and your lymph system. Don't forget that. Don't just focus on the colon. Focus on the kidneys and adrenals and the whole body together, and you'll have a much more powerful and systemic response to that. I'm going to have to close this off in a minute here. Daggone it. I'm just having some fun. Yeah. Dr. Morris, what causes laziness and a lack of self-motivation? A big fat doobie from Africa. African black, I think they call that one. Just kidding with you. Lots of hugs and loves to you, dear one. You know what? I think that when the thyroid gets low, people just get tired. They sleep a lot. They just don't have any self-motivation. They don't love themselves as much. So perk up that thyroid, parathyroid as well. That'll give you more motivation, more self-love, things like that. At the same time, perk up those adrenals. That's really going to give you more emotional stability. It's going to give you strength in your own self-opinions and desires. At the same time, start developing your spirituality. Love yourself. Know that you're one of all of us, that we're all the same, and that these are just bodies. It isn't who we are. They come and go off the planet, and we come and go off of different planets and different areas, and we must get into the traveler. Who's the traveler here? Who's the one going out of body and traveling? That's what you have to look at, and that's yourself. Well, who are you? Who are you anyway, and where'd you come from? How are you going to answer these questions if you're too busy playing in creation? When you're playing, you can't figure out what's going on because you're too busy playing with the toys or the things of creation. And that doesn't lead you anywhere but creation. Well, you're not from creation. You're just playing here. Well, wake up to where you're from. That's a much better experience, let me tell you. Hello, Dr. Morris. This is Coconut Bev. Hey, Coconut Bev. I haven't talked to you in a while, sweetheart. Hello to you, too. Hello, Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, too. You didn't think I knew about those guys, did you? Of course, we work on those guys' health, too. Tigger, Pooh. I am starting a wild organic blueberry detox tomorrow. They are frozen, but our teeny powerful wild blue boys, boy, are they powerful, boy. Wild, too. Ooh, that ought to kick your butt. Not like the big blueberries that are cultivated. I did the fruit cleanse for months, gained weight, probably due to the fact that I was also eating 2 to 3 avocados a day. You see how some people gain weight and some people don't? Go back to facts, malabsorption, lymph, all these sort of things, and clean them all up and did tons of your protocol herbs, and now I just want to do wild blueberries. Well, let me know how you're doing on them. That sounds exciting. I'm thinking that they are going to be a powerful, that's what I'm thinking. Pete, let us all know how you do on those wild blueberries. I'm excited. I want to do a month-long cleanse with you. Wow. probably 4 cups a day with water blended up. What do you think about wild blueberry detox? I think you need to do it and let me know what you feel. Just watch your body as you go through the days and see how you feel. Listen to this and see what it's telling you. Just wild blueberries and distilled water. Will it do to my kidneys and adrenals and lymphatics? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Very packed food source, very packed of nutrition and flavonoids. That's the vitamin C complexes. I'm going to let you know. Please let me know. I sure did love your school. I love you, Coconut Bev from Canada. I'm glad you like the school. You are an awesome. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. I hope you all had fun there. We try to make it fun, much as a seminar can be, I prefer to let you get lots of disease of the body cancer. I know that it should be effective. Go for it, Coconut Bev. Clean your people out. Get them on wild blueberry fast. I'm going to have to cut off here so I can write this all up for you. Daggone it. Now look, I got more questions out the butt. I promise you, this week, I am going to tear this up and get this caught up. No matter if I have to work till midnight in here, I promise you I'll get caught up. Okay. Jimmy, I'm reading your thing here. I have taken hydrochloric acid pills in the past, and they did not help me a lot. Do not take hydrochloric acid pills, my man. I don't want you off of protein anyway if you want to get well, and you don't want to irritate stomach anymore. And if you're not neutralizing it with proper amounts of bicarbonate, it can be more problematic. And mixing hydrochloric acid pills with your amylase and Tylenol stuff, not smart anyway. Those are base chemistries. But I'd rather try to fix the cause instead of eating pills. Good. See what you guys, Jimmy, you guys are getting it. And I love that about you guys. You're getting it. You're asking the smart questions. You're focusing on causative factors. Now we're going to tear up this planet and make it a far better place for people to live and have experiences. You can have negative experiences, but we're too far down in our health issues. We have to correct this problem. I have pretty backed up lymphatic system. My adrenal glands and thyroid are a bit weak. I seem to have some bronchitis issue. Well, just detox, clean it out. Use lungs too for cleaning out the bronchi and lungs. Sinuses, clean up the bowels. Remember that. Get the kidneys and adrenals. This whole thing has been on bowels, and I hope those eye pictures helped you looking at those. Look, I have something that stands out alarmingly bad. Let's see, it doesn't look like, well, probably not, Jimmy. You're probably just going to need to clean out your stuff. That's good. That's all good. Just keep working, and you'll clean yourself right through that. Clean the trunk. You guys are getting it. Jimmy, I love you. I'm proud of you guys. Just really don't worry about the low hydrochloric acid. Start working on the stomach. Just make everything healthy, and then you'll have adequate amounts. Humans don't have high amounts anyway. And so we just don't have to, just relax, make the body healthy, enjoy every moment, and open that heart to love and give it out to everyone. I love you all, and thank you so much for tuning into this channel and helping yourselves. Thank you, Facebook people. You guys are tearing it up. I know there's other sites that are dedicated to God's herbs. Thank you, too. Thank all of you guys for going out there, tearing this up, getting yourselves healthy, getting others healthy. God loves every one of its own kind. Thank you so much. We love you. Have a fun day. Bye, bye, bye.